Give me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about why do people hate on you. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is listed down below in my description box. You'll find a link that will take you to my website with all the information about my readings. So before you see 3 groups of cards and 3 chapsticks that are all candy flavor. These are your psychic linking objects. I'm going to show you each chapstick so you can get a better feel of each group. Group 1, you are Junior Mints. Group 2, you are Blowpop, Grape. Group 3, you are Fluffy Stuff, Cotton Candy. Yum. All right, guys, those are the 3 groups. I will insert a little video with some music for you guys who need some more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there is probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase that, face it. I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Just tell me that I can.
Group 1, all of you that selected Junior Mints, this is going to be your reading all about why do people hate on you. Now keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down in my description box below. So let's get into the cards that came out for you, and I'll pull more cards for clarity as guided. All right, you guys, so why do people hate on you? We have Alchemist. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now. I feel like you're really smart. I feel that with the Junior Mints. There's something about this energy that feels intelligent. And I feel like you know how to transmute energy. I also feel like you may be a bit of a lone wolf. People might find you at times to be, and I don't think you mean it this way, but you may come off smug. There may be sometimes you may have a smirk on your face, but it's not like a malicious thing. I don't think you do it on purpose. I think you have like your Mercury, your mental state has a very powerful sign in it, or your mind is very powerful, and there's a lot of intense thought processes, and sometimes you're unaware of how that manifests into your like countenance, into your face, like into your expression. Let's keep going here. We have the Hermit. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life and serves personal creativity. The shadow attribute is withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. I don't feel like you're not charitable. I feel like, though, that you tend to be kind of a loner. People see you as a loner or a lone wolf. I also feel like there's this energy here of a bit rebellious or outside the box. Someone who may be seen as an intellectual, like a rebellious intellectual. Your philosophies may also be atheistic, or they may be outside the norm or the programming of normal. I don't want to say normal, like regular society. Okay. I don't know how else to phrase that. Okay. Not that you're not regular. Okay. You are wonderful the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Like the average person. I do feel you're very creative, but I feel like people hate on you for your intellect. I think you tend to be very logical sometimes, and you lean into that. You lean into your brain a lot, and that can be very intimidating, because I feel like your brain, your thoughts match up with your actions and your words. Like, it's not just empty platitudes with you. It has a meaning. Like when you say something, you can back it up. All right, we have Book of Shadows, knowledge spells. Yeah, I think you're very knowledgeable about things when you speak about them. It's your brain. People hate on you because of your brain. You're smart. And there's this green energy here, which is healing. It's also can be abundance, money. And I feel with you guys, there could be a struggle with money. There's also an energy of being able to create money, because there's creative energy here. But I also feel like you guys may have issues with blocking your creativity with logic. And I feel like it's almost like people don't pick up on how creative you are. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone highly logical create art, but their art is very intricate. It's extremely impressive. Who am I thinking of? It's the wife of the guy that created Sacred Mirrors. Her art reminds me of somebody who has a highly analytical mind, because it's almost like graphic in nature, but it's beautiful and it's transcendent. Like it's like little squares. It's very intricate. Like it's very intricate work. It's very impressive, and it's beautiful, and it really takes you to a different place than his art. They're very similar in kind of like feeling, but it's very different as far as where it takes you, if that makes any sense. I feel like your brain and your personality is very intimidating, and people hate that growth. I think you are unafraid to shed old dogma. I think you're unafraid to shed your skin. And people find I'm hearing like your change, your ability to change and shed your skin and almost phoenix yourself on the regular, to be almost terrifying, because it's something that most people, the average person, doesn't really do. They just don't have room for that in their lives. Most people are just trying to get through, each day. All right, we have the past lives, past loves, ancestors. And I feel like you have a lot of ancestor energy around you. Some of you guys could be interested in taxidermy as well. Or you could be involved in some kind of like spirituality that's involved with like bones and things like that, or some kind of like side project. There is an energy here of like an underworld current as well. We could have Scorpio presenting. You could be a Scorpio. And hey, I'm just going to say, Scorpios are easy to hate on. They really and truly are, because they're so deep. They're so mysterious. I have Scorpio energy, so don't hate on me, okay? All signs have positive and negative aspects, okay? It's just we're human, all right? And sometimes Scorpio doesn't mean to, but Scorpio can come off so deep and so kind of like otherworldly that it's intimidating. Everything feels real intense with the Scorpio. And it depends on where Scorpio is in your chart, if that resonates, okay? If it's not Scorpio, it may be some kind of fire sign, like a Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Scorpio, to me, have a different, but similar kind of vibes. I feel, it's weird. I feel a little bit of water with Sagittarius. Like, it's hard to explain. The astrology feels different to different people, and that's how I'm feeling this energy. So may have a Sagittarius Scorpio energy here. I think if you guys are involved in any kind of craft work, or you're a magical person, I feel like you're really powerful. Okay, we have alchemist here, knowledge, book of shadows, knowledge spells, growth, ancestors. I mean, hey, you have the hermit here. This is someone who does the intense work. You're probably solitary. You may be so secretive about this that nobody knows. It's like you are not the guys that will list this in the comments. If you say anything to me at all, you won't mention that you do magic. It's on the down low, probably. Okay. We have choice here. See, I feel this is you protect yourself. You are unafraid to defend yourself. You don't give a fuck. It's like, come for me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. And people hate that. They hate that you're in some kind of I literally see you in a bubble. Maybe you've bubbled yourself, or you're just highly protected by your ancestors. But people know they cannot fucking touch you. Like, literally, I'm getting untouchable energy here. And they hate that. It's almost like I feel this energy from people that this person gets away with stuff. Like, there are people who think that you get away with shit. You don't get away with shit. You've done the work. What they don't know, just because you don't crack open your soul and spill it out to everyone, doesn't mean that you haven't done the work for the stuff that's happened in your life. Okay? As far as atonement, because I'm not saying that you're perfect. I think you've had issues. I think you've had struggles. I think that's how you've gotten here. And these people who hate on you so easily, they hate on you because, number one, you keep to yourself probably most of the time, or a lot of the information is kept to yourself. So they don't really know. And so they think that you've gotten by with stuff, but you haven't gotten by with anything. You've held yourself accountable. The universe has held you accountable. And alone, in silence, like a boss, you have handled your shit and worked through it, and you've grown a lot. and you've become very powerful, be that magically or just within your own self and personality and your presence. It's almost like you are growing more intensely in your presence, your own self. And I feel like for some of you, it's being projected into your self-image, and man, they hate that shit. Some people are scared of you. Okay, we have courage. Yeah. I feel like you have had the courage to be who you are, no matter how off the wall or out of pocket that might have taken you. And it has taken many of you on a very solitary walk. And people can't figure you out. They can't figure out how does this happen? And some people think you're lonely. They may actually talk about you like you don't have any friends. Don't trust anybody that don't have any friends. Well, the saying also goes, don't trust people who has everyone as a friend, because they're usually not being real, right? That road goes both ways. I don't think that you're not friendly. I think you're highly choosy who you put your energy, like who you share your energy with. And that makes people hate you, because I feel like they feel like they're not chosen. I think people wait, it feels like people wait for your energy to come to them, like for you to give them attention. And if you don't give them attention, they're like, they feel rejected by you. And I don't think you get that, group one. I don't think you understand that. And that causes people to resent and hate you and hate on you. We got more cards, y'all. A sensitivity. I think it feels like there's a couple things here, okay? So use your discernment. But it feels like there's a couple things. Like, you're very sensitive. I feel like you're very intuitive. You're very psychic because of all this inner work here. Okay, you have a very good feel for people. Sometimes you don't trust it. You're still working on that. Hey, give yourself some room with that. That takes a while, okay? Also, it's almost like you have this ability to bring out sensitivity in others. Like, people get real sensitive with you. Like, if you don't give them the attention they want, there is an immediate reaction. Like, they feel a type of way about it. It's not like, oh, they're busy, whatever. There's always a strong reaction. And it has to do with your powerful energy. People are drawn to you. And I think that you may not be aware of it because you're in this really intense hermit energy. I don't care if you're in a room full of people. I don't care if you have a lot of friends. It's an energy signature that you have. Like, you're unafraid to kind of like dig deep into yourself. You're unafraid to be alone. You're unafraid to say, you know what? I can stand on my own. I don't fucking need you. So fuck off. That is so powerful. When you stand in your own power and you're like, I don't need anyone. I'm complete in myself. Come for me and see what happens. And I'm telling you, people are so intimidated by that. They don't know what to do. We have Transcendence, horse. This was in a reading recently. I can't remember which one. I think the familiar reading. So you might check that out. Messages from your familiar was the reading. Yeah, you have this transcendent energy. Like, see this horse? Do you see the eyes in this horse? I just feel like these eyes can see forever. Whatever experience you've had with this alchemist hermit energy, whatever this transformation you've had, I feel like it's given you like, well, first of all, I think it's affected your eyes, like the way they look. I think when people see your eyes, they want to fall into them. They see the wisdom there and they want to know more. They're drawn to you. There's something within your eyes that draws people to you. I also feel like you've had some experiences that have helped you understand that reality is not what it seems. I think you understand life on a deeper level. And because of that, you do not have time for petty bullshit. And so it makes you have this kind of energy signature. Like, do not fuck with me. I will steamroll you over. You don't want to fuck with me. And I think people in the past who have messed with you don't quite know how to deal with this energy. So they end up talking about you and they end up hating on you. We have tenacity. There you go. You are tenacious as fuck, my friend. You are so tenacious. Like, these people who hate on you, that's part of their fear, is they know a lot of people who want to like cast on you or actively like go after you in some kind of way, be it social, career, whatever, they think twice because they know this Valkyrie is determined as fuck, is so tenacious. You have the ability to focus intensely on shit, like very intensely. When you go into hermit energy, this is one of the gifts and the abilities that you really hone in on, because a hermit, when you're in hermit status, you are focused on self, your internal bullshit, everything you're working on, everything that is blocking you, and you're healing it, you're going through it. You're just getting into your own energy, getting comfortable there. You get into your gifts, you get into your abilities. And in order to heal, you have to stay tenacious with yourself. You know, you have to heal yourself, and it takes tenacity, it takes determination, it takes getting back up when you've fallen down, it takes facing your own demons, and it takes losing a lot. A lot of times you feel defeated in hermit status because you're facing the big monsters, the big bosses in your game of life, and it takes quite a few times of going after that big boss to win. But you're winning. You got the Valkyrie. You went to Valkyrie level, okay? And people are like, oh, they're so smart. And there's something mystical about this bitch. But, you know, I feel like they think they're too good for me. There's something about you that people think, that you think you're too good for other people because you don't intermingle. They don't understand that it's not that you think you're too good. It's that you don't have time for petty bullshit. And most people that you run across seem to have nothing but time for petty bullshit. And you're down for people who are where you are, no matter the level, but they're about the soul. We have the 9 of Hazards in reverse. Ooh, they hate to see you win. Ooh, when you win, it's so sweet, because I feel like for you, your wins are hard fought for, because you spend a lot of time cleaning up messes from your family, messes from things you've done, messes from like karma, things like that, whatever labels. And so your victories are very hard fought for. Your luxuries, your happiness, those kind of things, you fight for those. And people hate it when you win. They want to see you lose. And that's sick. It's sick to want someone to lose. Like, that's like wanting someone to be sick, like physically ill. That's just as bad. This fell off the table. We have the King of Wands here. That's one of my beaten up cards. I need to replace this deck. But the King of Wands, he's like, look, I'm holding a bone. I got a bone to pick with you. Yeah, I feel like people like hold grudges against you. And I feel like it comes from what you say, because you're very intelligent. And I think when you get to talking, sometimes people misinterpret what you say because they already feel intimidated by you. And then you start talking and your brain shows, your intelligence shows, and then they get offended somehow, or they feel small, and then they hold a grudge against you. And it's a thing. It becomes a thing. And they start hating on you and gossiping about you. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like any kind of affection for you can quickly flip. Like, you get either love or hate from people. It's very intense. Like, people can love you 1 minute and they'll just flip on you. Because the thing is that you're not making people feel small. It's something within them that is being catalyzed by your growth, by your power, and by your intelligence. You catalyst people, and that can be a very lonely life, you know, because the people who really resonate with your energy will be rare. It'll pick up over time, but you'll gather them over time. And A lot of people you'll be the wind blowing the feather in the wind. Like you'll be the wind blowing their feather. Like you will be the catalyst in their life. They'll go from loving you to hating you to talking shit about you. All because you're powerful and you spark something in someone else. You spark something within them that needs growth. So how people treat you isn't a reflection of you. And you know this. You know this. It's a reflection of where they are. And it's almost like in this hermit magical energy that I'm feeling, you know this. You know this is part of your purpose. Like you catalyst people for change by doing your work. And when you share information, you know that some people are going to get angry. Some people are going to get happy. And some people will get angry and change. Some people will get angry and grow. And some people will get angry and hate on you. And that's just kind of the way it is. All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment below. I like to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey group 2, all of you that selected the Grape Blowpop, this is going to be your reading all about why do people hate on you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down below in my description box. I will be pulling more cards as I need for clarity, so let's get into it. Why do people hate on you? We have beggar, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So I feel like you're a survivor. We have hero, heroine. Okay, makes sense. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So yeah, I feel like you're a survivor. You're very strong. You're very vital. We have grief, banshee. You've been through a lot of shit. You don't put up with any nonsense from people, but it's different from group 1. Group 1 was very strong too, but yours is different. You've had a lot of emotional suffering. You've had a lot of like miserable energy. You have been made to suffer at the hands of people who love you or you thought loved you. You loved them. And it's made you incredibly strong and resilient. We have Toad, fortune. I can hear you guys saying, I don't feel fortunate. That's okay. We have blackberry, invasive. I feel like you've had a lot of people invade your energy, violate your energy. And we have otter, dexterity. It has made you very smart. You have street smarts, or you just know how to move in threatening situations. You know how to get what you want. You know how to move in important situations. Like you know how to work people to a degree. And I don't want to say you're manipulative because I don't think you are maliciously manipulative, but you know how people work. You've seen the bad side of people and you're aware. So it's almost like you can read people for who they truly are. We have bat. A portal to the divine has opened up for you. You are coming out of the fucking shadows. See, I feel like this banshee here is scary to people because they know that you have survived the worst. I feel like my table, there we go. I feel like you have survived some of the worst experiences, and it makes you terrifying. Group 1 was intimidating, but you're scary, okay? And you're scary for a different reason, because situations that would have unalived most people have not unalived you. The situations where most people would have given up, you did not. You kept going. It doesn't mean that you're not still hurting. It doesn't mean that you don't struggle. It doesn't mean that you don't have really dark times, but you haven't given up. And I think people wonder how you do it. And you would think this would inspire people. But there's something about your energy that causes people to be jealous. And I think it's because, to be honest, I feel like you look good doing it. You make this look easy. And they just don't get it. How can you look and be like this? It's almost like the outer mask or the outer person or the authentic self, take what resonates, that you show to the world doesn't seem scarred by all this crazy bullshit you've been through. Some of you guys have been through some violence. You've been through some deep suffering. Weasel. Someone is lying to you. They will backstab you and try to delay your blessings. Don't let your guard down. Vibes don't lie. People and their words do. See, you feel the vibes of people. You're empathic, you're psychic. And a lot of times when you've been through this kind of trauma, that stuff is triggered. Those gifts are turned on. And you can read a lying, malicious motherfucker from 10 miles away. Like, you just know that that person is no good. Like, and people know that you have their number and they hate it, especially people that don't have good intentions. They're just like, and they'll tell, like, if you have example, there's a group of friends and there's a triangle, like there's 3 people, there's you and 2 other people, and you have one person that's hating on you because you're so powerful and you have their number. You know that they're up to no good. And you tell the other person, hey, I don't have good vibes about that person. And meantime, the other person is saying to that person, hey, I think that person's a bitch. So it's like they hate on you because they know that you have their number, and they tell people that they hate on you. And the thing is that the people who have been around in your life long enough, when you tell people that you don't like somebody for some reason, they trust you now. Because you've always, it's like you have flushed out the rats. You know how to do this. Literally. Because you're a weasel. You flush out the rats. Or do they do snakes? Do weasels do rats too? Okay. Then we have owl. You have looks, brains, and the intuition of a seer. All the lessons you learned have made you who you are. Use your instinct and intuition. Yeah, you have very strong intuition. Some of you guys are a seer. You're a psychic. And it's because of all this shit you've been through that has made you highly psychic. Like, you guys are on, as they say, like Donkey Kong. Do you guys remember that? And I feel like your outside shell is very pleasing. Like, some of you guys are just straight up hot. Okay, this blow pop here, it's like, I'm getting this energy of like, it presents as like, look at the wrapper. It's like cute. It's got polka dots. You know, it's poppy. It's fun. It's flirty. It's cute even. It could be adorable. It can be beautiful. But man, you are a warrior. And you know how to move among people. And you are like a human lie detector to a degree. We have the 3 of Swords. And you're a little heartbreaker, aren't you? That's why people hate on you. Oh, you break people's hearts. Yeah. I think it's just when you're around people that don't have good intentions, you just don't have time for it. And you don't put on airs. You are not a fake person. You are even though you're this cute little blow pop, you are really a grape blow pop. You know what I mean? Like, even though your mask may be like so pleasing, it's not like it's a lie. You really are this sweet, wonderful, beautiful, sexy person. But you are also this deep spiritual warrior type because of what you've been through. And some people cannot make those 2 ideas go together. It's one or the other. And they have trouble with that. And so they hate on it. They don't see how can you be deep? Some people mistake you for being shallow because sometimes you're aloof. You're distant. because you don't trust people, because this is the state of your heart, like as a kid or for most of your life. You've just lived with a fork in your heart and people taking chunks out of your heart. It's just, you've lived with that so long that you're like, I don't have many more pieces of my heart to give out to people. So y'all just need to stay away from me. I'm going to choose who gets any more pieces of my heart, right? And it's not going to be many. It's not going to be many people. Okay, tell me more. That one flipped. Let's see. We have the sun. Yeah, I think people just, man, I feel jealousy with the sun in reverse. I feel a kind of jealousy. Like, what I'm seeing is a very cute person, like pulling tarot cards, okay? And being very sweet, very bip boppy, very, they seem very light and airy, even airheaded. You may be an air sign, okay? Even though this is a fire sign, this is Leo, but we have swords here. But so we may have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or Leo, Sag, Aries. And I feel like what I'm seeing is when the person stops pulling the tarot and the lights go off, it's almost like you become this banshee. It's like a persona, like Superman and Clark Kent. Clark Kent is a part of Superman. It is a part of Superman's personality. But it's fucking Superman. Right? So the Clark Kent part makes it easier to go about the world. And Clark Kent has a lot of people who hate on him and think that he's less than, or, he's odd, or, you know what I mean? In the classic sense, not in the modern Superman, but in the classic Superman, okay? He was a news reporter. He wasn't exactly the coolest guy, okay? So, it's interesting. We have the Magician in reverse. And because people hate on you, it's like they try to get in your way. Like when people hate on you, they try to get in your way of, like, they don't wish good things for you. So I think part of your distance is you don't tell people like what you're working on or what you're trying to do, because you know that people subconsciously will try to influence those things and not wish you well. And I feel like you have gossip about you that goes on. Like people say things like, they're never going to amount to anything. I think you've been told that you don't have what it takes to make whatever this wish fulfillment or dream that you're working on, that Spirit's bringing you to happen. It's like nasty. Like people, because I feel like this is also the hatred. This represents the hatred that people project upon you. And it's extremely negative. It is wishing someone heartbreak and illness, wishing someone to not be successful or happy, or abundant or fertile in any kind of way. We have the Ace of Hazards, no new beginnings. Like the people who go out of their way to hate on you, it's deep. And I feel like for some of you, this may have to do with your trauma, like the people who actually hate on you. And I think it's because you know the truth. You know the truth of situations. You know the truth of people. And if they can work to keep you down and throw hate at you and keep you small, they will, because they're deathly afraid of you with this banshee energy. Like you're Superman. You're this banshee. If you could undo people by some of the things you know. You could change a lot of people's lives, some of you guys, by some of the secrets that you know. But the thing is that you do things in your own time for your own reasons. And you take your positions of power very seriously, and you keep them close. This is why you don't tell people what you're doing, because you don't trust people very easily, because your trust has been so deeply betrayed by people you've loved and you thought loved you. And the thing is that all this hatred that has been sent your way continues to come your way. because you're this cute, mysterious energy. Just, I find your energy adorable and interesting, okay? But I see why people would hate on you. I do, because that mystery, that distance, and that adorableness, that cuteness, that beauty, however you want to label that attractive energy, if they can't touch it, if they can't get near it, it's frustrating. And frustration quickly turns into hatred or hating on kind of energy. So let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about my group 2. Why do people hate on them? Troll, triggering, troublemaker. Some of you guys may have problems with trolls just in general in your life. But you know, the thing is that this is a gargoyle. Gargoyles are protection. So I feel like you're protected. You have a lot of protected energy around you. And the truth is that your attraction energy will bring trolls. I do think some people think you're a troublemaker because they can't put their finger on your energy. They can't seem to define you, which I think you like. You may be a person who doesn't like labels. You may have Aquarius in your chart, or you have some kind of powerful Uranus aspects in your chart. And it just makes it where you just, I don't like labels, don't label me, kind of thing. I also think you trigger people. You just, the way you look, the things you do, the things you say. I think your being just triggers people. Group 1 was a catalyst. They catalysted people. I think you trigger people. And I think you're okay with that. It feels like you're okay with that. Whoop. We have clues, signs, numbers, evidence. I think that spirit, it feels like spirit, ancestors, angels, whatever you work with, sends you signs, sends you validation. I think the people who are close to you trust you because they know that you are connected. Like when you say someone is lying, when you say someone isn't good, they trust you because they've seen it and they know that spirit has your back. Whatever you're doing has your back. Whatever you work with has your back. Like, and some of them can't really explain it. Okay, we have bugaboo, clingy, irritating, blowing up your phone. I think some of you guys drive people crazy. Like people get obsessive, especially when you don't answer right back. And it's because you do things in your own time. I think you're very driven by feeling, by intuition, by standing in your authentic self. So you answer things when you authentically want to. You do things when you authentically want to or feel guided to. You're not fake. You're not a fake person. Gingerbread house, unstable foundation. And I think this is where this all began. This began with, a very difficult childhood probably, or first part of your life, young adulthood or something. It's been very difficult. And you've had to learn to take care of yourself in so many ways. You've had to overcome so much. And it's like, for some of you, these tarot cards represent like generational trauma that has followed you. And in order to heal this, you've had to learn to keep distance and space from people because you understand that your energy at times has to be protected because you're doing the work. And the work is more important than contact with people sometimes. And the people who are closest to you understand that because many of them are doing it too. And the people who demand your attention and they get mad when you don't answer them back, usually it's not their time to be in your life. Usually it's not their time for your attention kind of thing. All right, group 2, that's what I got for you. That's why people hate on you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a message down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected Fluffy Stuff Cotton Candy. this is going to be your reading all about why do people hate on you. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal readings. All that information is down below in my description box. So let's get into it. I will be pulling more cards as I go for clarity. Okay, so the first two cards we have here are Healer. Okay, it says, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. It's a powerful card. We have Queen, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So we have royalty. There's Leo energy present here. We have Leo energy here, healing energy here. We could have Leo, Sag, Aries. I'm also getting some Cancer energy as well, Pisces. Also getting some Aquarian, Libra energy, some Taurus energy as well. Let's keep going here. We have quite a few cards for you. We have Recovery. We have Childlike, Laughing, Playing. Twin Flame Connection. We have, I'm going to cover that up. We have Striptease, Dance. I'm going to put that over there. We have Show Me, Challenge, Prove It. Yeah. We have Power of Attraction. In the World, Not of It. Let me cover that up right there. We're going to put that card there. Let's see. We have Ancestors, Remembrance. You're very connected. We have Luck. And we have Foresight. Okay. All right. Let's get some tarot cards for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, I think you're very attractive. I think people hate on you because you're really attractive. You have the power to attract people. I feel heavy Leo energy here. You may have Leo somewhere in your chart. Also, Pisces is popping out real big right now. Pisces is popping out real big too. And I feel like you're very psychic. I think you're very connected to your ancestors. You're very guided. And there's this childlike wonder about you, yet regalness. You know, it's a wonderful blend. It's a wonderful mix. And it makes it very easy to hate on you. Because the silly aspect of your energy, however it manifests, at times makes it easy for people to not take you seriously. And I do think with the twin flame connection, I think a lot of people, quite a few people, can think that they're like an important soulmate, or that you're their soulmate, or you're their twin. I think you may attract people who think that you're their one. And it's that they're attracted to your sexual energy. I think you have, we have this card here. I think your Kundalini is very strong. It's very powerful, okay? Look up Kundalini, all right? I feel like your magnetism and your sexuality is very strong. You may show it in the way you dress or the way you carry yourself. I think you have a healthy sense of your sexuality. If you don't, you're working on it. But you have this attractive energy. I think people feel lucky to know you. Those who get close to you. And if you reject them with this show me, challenge, prove it, that's when the hating begins. I think you have a lot of people who, when they feel rejected by you, they start hating you. Okay. Also, when you show your silliness, when you show your your personality, when you get funny, and just, have a good time, people hate on you. Because you let down the whole royalty thing. Because you're really pretty down to earth, actually. You may have a powerful placement of earth in your chart. You're pretty down to earth because you have this magnificent healing energy. You're a wonderful balance. And people don't know what to do with that. Okay? You have recovery energy. And I think the issue is that people may find that you are they feel like maybe you're snobby, because when, say, you're in a situation where people start hating on you because you show your personality, I think it feels like you have been through so much on your journey that you are unfucking bothered. It's like the queen, the healed queen emerges. And she's like, I am so unfucking bothered by you judging me. I do not care. Judge me, peasant. And people feel, they feel that shot. They feel it. They feel the blow of feeling like a peasant. Like, if you're going to hate me for being who I am, then fuck you. That's what I'm basically feeling from you guys. And it's powerful. And I feel like with this foresight Sybil energy, I feel like you guys may actually like be psychic or have some kind of channel where you like read tarot or something like that. But I feel this energy. See all these birds? I feel spirit is just all around you. You're just very protected. And you're in this energy of like being in the world, but not in the world, but not of the world. It's almost like you're rare. You're a rare species. You're a rare gift, because after all this recovery from all the shit you've been through, you have learned with the laughing and the playing that you're going to enjoy your life. You're going to enjoy your moments. I'm not saying everything's joyful, but you enjoy life. You laugh, you're silly, you kick up, you joke around, you're down to earth. You have queen energy, but it's very down to earth. But if someone fucks with you, that healed queen comes out and cuts to the quick. And people hate that because they don't know what to do with it. They're not used to it. The Seven of Swords. You know what I get with this? I'm going to get that bitch. I'm going to get that bitch. Jealousy. So much jealousy for group 3. People are so jealous of you, like how happy you are, how connected you are. And I feel like there's an energy about group 3 that feels very lucky. It feels like you have gone through a deep healing process and recovered from stuff that's very deep, okay? You could have been drawn to group 1, all right, because they went through some deep stuff too. So did group 2, but you feel like you're at a different place in that kind of scenario. You're the healed queen who gets hated on because you fully embody your authentic self. And you don't give a fuck what people think. You just don't. And I think it's beautiful. I think it is magical when people reach the stage, because you really do show people, you teach people by doing, you teach people by living your authentic life. You allow people, yes, you allow people to hate on you, and you show people how it's done, how being unfucking bothered really works. And how you can take energy from situations where people are lying about you, misjudging you, gossiping about you, and you can transmute that energy into successful energy, into self-love, into healing energy. Like, you don't play. You came to heal, and many of you came to heal like groups of people. Like, you have major healing energy. This queen now knows who the fuck they are. And they don't have time for this bullshit. It's very intimidating. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's just like this major energy of, I mean, look at it upright. Yeah, I'm whole. That's what I'm feeling intuitively with this card. I'm whole. People don't like it. Your whole authentic self is very intimidating. And I think you don't realize it, but people lash out in hatred when they feel small. And I think seeing you rise and understanding your magical nature, especially with this in the world and not of it, this power of attraction, this foretelling, this luck, like you understanding your magical abilities and things like that, for some reason, it affects people to the point where They feel small. I feel kind of bad. But I think you understand that that feeling that they have is meant to bring them into an awareness that where you are in this healed queen energy, they can get there too. You can't get to be a healed queen, honey, if you're not aware that you're a wounded peasant, okay? The only reason you're a wounded peasant is because you're not aware of your situation. You're not aware that people, places, and things have worked to oppress you and keep you conditioned to keep doing the same shit over and over, to carry the same generational wounds forward and patterns and bullshit. To become a healed queen, you become aware of that. Healed queens trigger wounded peasants to heal all the time. We've all been a wounded peasant. This healed queen was a wounded peasant, and you trigger them. We have the Three of Pentacles. Upright. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I cannot remember which card this is. I think this is the Star. I read these intuitively, so this is a Chariot in reverse. Okay, so I think when people see what you've done, they don't think they can do it. And it triggers them to feel small and unimportant. And I think this is your energy here, holding up the light. Holding up the light. Saying, see this light in my hand, this light I hold, this healed queen. You can do this too. I did the work. Don't think I didn't do this. I'm not special. I did this fucking work. You can do it too. But people get stuck in this hateful energy of like, I can't do it. And they just hate. Like, look at that bitch. Who does that bitch think they are? Oh, they think they're funny? They don't know shit. They think they have it together. They think they're a baddie. They're not a baddie. I think people pick you apart physically. You may get comments about the way you look because let's be honest, that's the easiest place to hit somebody is the way they look. Because I don't care how beautiful or handsome or attractive you think you are physically, we all have insecurities about the way we look because we're all human and we've all been grown up in the society where appearance is everything. We place so much value on our vessels. Your vessel is literally your car in this dimension. It's the car that you got. Okay, you were born into it. And really your vessel is the car that you wanted. You may not think so, but it was designed for you for certain reasons. And if you could start loving it and accepting it, life would be so much easier. I just want to say a side note here, okay, for this healed queen. And probably I would say 80% of you already know this. But the earlier in life you can make peace with your body and stop fighting it, the happier and the more joyful your life will be, and the further down the road you will get to the things you want. This getting hung up on trying to force your vessel to do and be things that it is not capable of doing or being is a distraction. When we concentrate on, I'm not talking about like health here. I'm talking about forcing standards of beauty or handsomeness or attraction that are unrealistic. Because the things you see out in the world are photoshopped. They're not real, okay? So that's just a side note for you guys who are coming into this energy. I think most of you guys are the healed queen. But every healed queen needs to be reminded. And queen is energy, not gender, okay? So I feel like a lot of people, when they talk about you and hate on you, they talk about how some people think you're stagnant with this Chariot in reverse, okay? Because they don't see you going anywhere. Like they're like, this person will never go anywhere. They'll never do anything because they're flighty. that air energy can be flighty. You know, it's hard to take this person seriously because they're so childlike. They're so childish. They're always giggly, or they're always cutting up and making jokes. Or you can't take anything, they can't take the healer seriously because they're cut up in class. And the truth is that you're trying to maintain a balanced state of your humanity. You're trying to be authentic, and your authentic self is the cut up queen, the healed cut up queen. That's who you are. And you're not sorry because you're fully embodying who you are. And those meant for you will find you. And those who hate on you, well, they're just going to have to hate on you. And they're going to have to self-examine why they hate on you so much, because it really is a their issue, not a your issue, right? It's all about them and their limitations, because I feel like you've transcended so much here. And I feel like you shine your light for others to find them. It's not like you're self-centered, okay, because you're not. But because you've suffered so much, because you've been through so much to become this healed queen, you're going to have some fun. Like, you're going to laugh. You're going to cut up. You're going to enjoy life, because you know life is short. And you're going to appreciate every moment, because you've worked to turn your wheel. You've worked to get where you are today. And it's almost like you know that you're attractive. You know that you attract people. But it's almost like you don't really care. You're just trying to be happy. And whatever your ancestors or the universe brings to you or unfolds for you, you're good with that. You're happy with that. You're okay with that. If people hate on you, oh fucking well, they're going to hate on me, you know? I feel like you, no matter what stage you've been in your life, on your journey, you've always had people hate on you. People have always talked about you. And I think now you can probably see that you're attractive, but there was a time where you couldn't, and you didn't understand why people talked about you. They talked about you because you were unaware of your attraction, how attractive you were. And a lot of people don't understand that. And so they misread you as snobby, as aloof, you know, as thinking you're better than others. And you really never really thought that. You still don't. And I think you have an air of humility about you. And that humbleness comes through like your laughter, your realness about your struggle. I think there are people in your life who you are really real with. You're really raw with. And it helps communicate your humility. Like, people know that you're real. And the people who feel rejected by you, they feel like they didn't get the special decoder ring for your club. Of course they're going to hate on you. But you have a good feel for people, and you keep those at bay who don't have good intentions, because this healed queen does not have time for bullshit. All right? Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you as far as why do people hate on you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.